Students, in this class, I'm going to discuss with you My Mother at 66, which is the first poem of Flamingo. And this poem is very, very important because every year the question is asked from this poem. So, starting the first line of the poem goes like driving from my parents' home to Cochin last Friday morning, I saw my mother beside me. Dose, open mouthed, her face ashen like that of a corpse, and realized with pain that she was as old as she looked, but soon put that thought away and looked out at young trees sprinting, the merry children spilling out of their homes. But after the airport security check, standing a few yards away, I again looked at her wan, pale as a late winter's moon, and felt that old familiar ache, my childhood's fear. But all I said was, "See you soon, Amma." All I did was smile and smile and smile. Now, this is the poem, My Mother at 66. I have read for you from the first line till the last line of this poem. So, what you have noticed, you may have noticed the use of simile, you may have noticed the use of personification here and there in this poem. Now, let's discuss the poem in detail. That driving from my parents' home to Cochin last Friday morning, Kamala Das is going to Cochin from her parents' home, which is in Malabar, Kerala. From there she is going to Cochin, her workplace. I saw my mother beside me. Kamala Das' mother is sitting beside her in a car. The car is running on a road. Open mouthed doze. Kamala Das' mother, who is 66 years old, her mouth was opened. She was dozing. Dozing means short sleep is called dozing. Napping is called dozing. Open mouthed, and the mother of Kamala Das was sleeping open mouthed. Now you can realize the condition of old people, that how much they become weak and wan and pale when they grow old. Kamala Das' mother, at the age of 66, she dozed, she napped with open mouthedness, and her face ashen like that of a corpse. Corpse means dead body. I'm not telling about crops, but corpse, CORPSE. Corpse means dead body. Her face, the face of Kamala Das' mother, is compared with a dead body or a corpse. Ashen like that of a corpse, her face was as white as the dead body's face. Because why the face of Kamala Das' mother is compared with her dead body? It's so because in old people, the people who are 66, 67-year old or more than that, their blood circulation is very low, and that's why, because of low blood circulation, their skin looks like white. It doesn't look like as our skin looks like. So what happens, that she was as old as she looked. Kamala Das' mother was as old as she looked. Some people are there in this world who do not look as old as they really are, but Kamala Das' mother looks as old as she is, means she is really very old. She is really very weak. She is really about to die in some or the other years. So what is there? These things, these feelings, this experience make Kamala Das suffer a lot. She feels troubles in her mind and in her heart. So she puts these thoughts away and she starts looking out of the car's window. So far, we had discussed in the last class also, but to remind yourselves that please do revise the things, otherwise, the things will go out of your mind, because it's not the class one by one, it's online class. So you have to revise again and again to keep the things in your mind and heart, and you have to recollect the things also whatever you were taught in the first class and in this class. So you have to compare and contrast the things being taught to you through the online classes, through the through the platform YouTube. So you have to know about the things, you have to know about the facts, you have to know about the poet, you have to know about the poem. Then only you will be able to justify your answer during the final examination. So far you have seen that Kamla Das is very painful. Kamala Das is feeling very sorrowful because of her mother's growing age, and her mother was as old as she looked. Means Kamala Das doesn't think that her mother will be alive the next time she will visit Malabar, Kerala, her parents' home. I hope that this is very simple for you to understand my mother at 66 so far. Now let's have a look at the other line. But soon I put that thought away and looked out of young trees sprinting and merry children playing spilling out of their homes. Now see, in this sentence you will see the use of personification, because if you look into the book, if you have the book, please try to check the spelling of young trees, how it is written, how it is printed. You will find out that Y of the young tree is in capital letter and tree T of tree is in capital letter. This signifies that young trees is a particular noun, that is a proper noun, and proper noun is used for a person, particular place, or particular thing. So here young trees are treated as human being, and that's why they are written in capital letter. Young trees is sprinting. The word sprinting itself tells the human activity. A very fast running of 100-meter race is called sprinting. So what the trees are doing, young trees sprinting, means young trees are running very fast. So do they have legs? Do they have the feet to run very fast? No, but they are personified. How they are personified? The trees are fixed, but the car is running at a very fast speed, and that's why when you look out of the window of a train, speedy train or a speedy car, you will find out as if the trees, the houses, and the other electrical poles, they are running very fast as if they are sprinting. So the same thing happens with young trees also. On the way to Cochin, Kamla Das, when looks out of the car's window, she finds as if the young trees are sprinting, means they are running very very fast. But the fact is that the young trees are fixed, they are immovable. The car is running at a very fast speed, and also she has given the image of merry children spilling out of their home. Merry means happy. You may have heard about Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. Merry does mean happy. Happy Christmas, Happy Christmas. So here Merry stands for happy. So Kamla Das puts that thought away and looks out of the car's window at young trees sprinting and merry children spilling out of their home. So merry children is spilling out of their home. The children are very happy. Try to remember your childhood days when you have to go to play and you are very happy. You used to be very very happy because it was playing time. So what happened? The same thing happens here also. The children are very happy and they are going out to play. They are spilling like milk from a can or from a vessel. So why the Kamla Das has given the image of young tree, and why the Kamla Das has given the image of merry children? Merry means happy, young means of low age, because her mother is old. What is the opposite of old? The opposite or antonym of old is young. Her mother is old, that's why she has given the image of young trees. And again, Kamla Das herself is very sad. That's why she has given the image of happy children or merry children. So, see, anyone cannot become a poet. To become a poet, one must have the poet of the heart of a poet, the mind of a poet. Kamla Das has used very apt and convincing images of young trees and merry children. Young, the opposite of the antonym of old. The mother is old. The title itself signifies the fact that my mother at 66 means her mother's age is 66 years and the children are young. The opposite of old is young. The second very important point is that merry children means happy children. Children are very happy as they are going out to play, and Kamla Das is very sad because she doesn't know whether the next year the mother will be alive or dead, because her mother is growing very old. She is very weak, she is very pain, she is very well, and she is dozing, having short sleeps, and she is sleeping open mouthed. So, see the use of simile, see the use of personification in this poem. Thank you very much. In the next class, the rest of the lines will be discussed with you people. And so far, we have discussed the first few lines of the poem, My Mother at 66. Now, what you have to do? You have to again revise the video which I had discussed, in which I had discussed about personification, about simile, hyperbole, metaphor, and onomatopoeia, synecdoche, and alliteration. That's why, unless and until you will discuss those things, you will revise those things, you will not be able to justify what being discussed with you in this class. Try to make notes. Whatever I had discussed with you, try to listen to that lecture 10 times, 20 times, 30 times, and then only you will be able to justify with your answer during the final examination of ENA or English Core. English Score is equal to ENA, the code is ENA. So if you want to do the best during the examination, what you have to do, you have to hear each and every lecture, you have to listen to each and every lecture many a times, and then you have to make notes, you have to write it down, you have to write the summary of each and every chapter, and then you have to make your notes. Then you can justify with your exam. Thank you very much. See you in the next class.